Hello and welcome back, or if it's the first time you've seen this particular game or my video, welcome to U-Boat. Today we're heading out to the Celtic Sea and we're looking for convoys, trade ships, anything really, to get on the sink, and we probably will do. This has got a high chance of being quite a busy area today, so hard difficulty, so it should be quite busy. Got a full stash of torpedoes and got plenty of food, so it should be a fairly good trip. Although I'm running out of potatoes. That's not a problem. We'll be heading around the main part. You'll soon see. It's we're not going through the English Channel to get to the patrol point. I found it's a bit too busy in there, and
time for a break. Ready for duty. We've been notified by a nearby U-boat of a probable target in the area. Night lights.
looking like a storm's coming, so that's going to slow us down.
Full ahead.
We've been notified by a friendly vessel of a possible target within our vicinity.
I'm going to set we want to 6 hours up, 2 hours down. I think that looks about right. And compressors, yeah, they've got them on management. I haven't got them on the light. I might put that light on, try it. We're on the surface at the moment. Dive schedule set. Weather's perfect.
Another U-boat has just reported a possible target.
I was lucky enough to receive my new microphone for my recordings today, and I thought I'd better put a video out just to utilize it and see what it sounds like. Oh no, one of the crew's gone down. Tuberculosis. I avoid these at the start because I'm trying to get out to the patrol point, and that stuff is sort of out of way over there, you see, in this North Sea. I think it's the Northern Sea or North Sea. The Celtic Sea is particularly good for hunting, and that's where I want to be right now.
Captain, we've risen to the surface. Control area reached.
Right, let's get the radio man on that.
In the radio room. Change course.
So we're a crew down, unfortunately.
Captain, we have reached our target.
Periscope depth.
Captain, we're periscope depth, ready for surface observations. Report sent. Target position reached. Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Let's turn the schedule off. Right. Oh, look at this fog coming in.
Periscope depth.
Full stop.
All engines stop.
I'm not going to do the full. I just did a full video on before. It was like 2.5 hours. I thought I just can't publish that. It's alright just for me watching it, but yeah, putting it on the channel, it's a bit big. I think I'm going to cut them down and put saves in, and not do such a long. Time flies when you're out here, though. Even when you're compressing time and doing all the other stuff, it's actually, you know, just time flies. It's one of those types of games. So
Periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors.
I'm gonna get this guy. He's
Skipper?
got to get.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it.
He's getting exhausted. Right. It's getting quite choppy to see. I'm not too sure with that fog whether we're going to have a bit of a storm. Now we've got the hydrophone guy going in there. I've actually got I've got the next one coming in 19 days. I will be upgrading that, and that to me is worth its weight in gold. Now I'm going to sit out here for a little while. High speed closing in. That's got to be a warship, so I'm going to have to keep my eye on that. What's the depth around here?
Give me a current eco sounder reading. Depth under keel is
It's so good now. I've got the normal microphone that actually is quite clear, and it's not getting that ear blowing in the microphone effect that my other one was. I'm actually getting a little bit. It's far more relaxing to use. You know, the good microphone is actually far better for these recordings. I might wait for.
set a course to these
I'm going to set a course for them, but when they get down to 20 kilometers in distance, I will be submerging the boat, or take it down to the ocean floor, or just let them pass.
full ahead.
Yep, they're getting closer very rapidly. They're running probably. Oh, they're super fast, these boats, so can't underestimate them. Okay, all stop.
All engines stop. Maximum safe depth.
Current 85 meters.
All stop. Let's not make a noise.
Keep it quiet. Blue lights.
I'm gonna save it now, just in case they are very close than what I think. But I don't see them going right over the top of the sub. They should be just going within 5 kilometers. In fact, they are getting close. I am in the shipping lane though. In fact, let's take it down. We're on the ocean floor right now.
140 meters.
All the other sounds are turned off. Everyone's being quiet.
135 meters.
They are within range right now.
Alarm! Tanker. 30 degrees.
30 degrees. Tanker? That's a tanker? I can't believe it. Well, we're going to have to service to have a look.
140 meters.
Periscope depth.
120 meters. Current depth, 100 meters.
I can
Captain, we're at periscope depth. Ready for surface observations.
Affirmative. Man the observation periscope.
Torpedo in tube 2, maintain. Need some help here.
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it. Torpedo in
And
tube
we need
5.
red light for visibility. Although it's in the middle of a storm. Oh, and it looks like snow as well. Excuse me. Well, I do believe it's not a warship. It's going at warship speed, but the radio or the hydrophone guy said it was a tanker, so
Set a course to these coordinates.
we're gonna investigate.
Flank ahead.
Alright, we must be able to manually target this. It is a tanker, right. Well, it's moving at high speed. I don't know whether we should surface the boat then. Ah, there, right. Usually, when you run the pointer over it, the mouse, it does highlight the actual... Oh, there it is there. Well, let's surface
Hold
some...
the tanks.
Current depth, 10 meters.
Turn on the gyro compass. Terminate silent running. Alarm cancel.
Oh, I need the alarm.
Set a course to these coordinates. Alarm. Take your positions.
We're a well-oiled machine. Let's show the enemy what a U-boat can do.
Captain, we've risen to the surface.
Affirmative. Man the navigation station. Man the attack periscope.
Right, we've got to
Will do, Captain.
get these torpedoes heated up. Oh, perfect. We've got a shot.
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
Travelling at flank. Because of the weather, we're only running at about 27. Usually this boat can go to about 37, so it's losing like 10 kilometres because of the weather.
Report sent.
Set a course to these coordinates.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintain. Torpedo in tube 5 maintain.
Nearly there. Nearly on shot. They're travelling at 22, so we want to match
Full
just
ahead.
a little bit faster than their speed. Right, so we're still going too fast.
Half
Let's
ahead.
half ahead, and we should have the first shot. I've just recently upgraded my torpedoes, so that should make a difference. Although they've not maintained the 1 and 4, so I've got this one ready to go. Because of the weight, I'm going to hit it at 6, so I want to hit this at about 3.5. Excuse me. And I want to reduce speed again.
Slow ahead.
Slightly. And then the piranha in the water.
Fire!
The reason I call them piranhas is because they got the they've got the teeth sort of painted on them. Look at that. Beautiful. Here we go.
Torpedo and tube 3 maintained.
English. Fire on deck. Looking good. And we've actually got good visibility considering the weather, so we're going to come over here.
Faster, faster.
The crew evacuates the ship.
Evacuating, right, that's a good sign. That means the boat's nearly history. Get a bit closer so we can pick up some of the survivors.
All engines stop.
All
Target
engines stop.
position reached.
Tube 2 loaded.
Oh, look at that. Boat 1. No officers. Boat 1. Oh, hang on a minute. It's 1, right. Let's check out 2. Yeah. I'll have both those guys. I take the officers now and I sort of leave the crew. I give them a few supplies, some canned goods without tin openers, you know, just to give them something to do. There you go. Some beef, some pure beef there, but we don't have any spare can openers. I'm sorry about that, guys. It is winter, so make sure you heat that up with your little Bunsen burners or something. I don't know. Nasty, nasty weather we're having. Right. Anyway, let's head on off. Where was the other one? I think it was down here.
Flank ahead.
You have to get far enough away to actually get the decent time compression, which is what I'm doing right now.
Change course.
And we'll stop.
Periscope depth. All engines stop. Alarm canceled. Regular lights.
Not relying on observing or anything at the moment, so normal light's actually alright. Normally in this weather, you'd be sticking on the red.
I could use some help over here.
Of course, Captain.
I need some help here.
I'm now submerged. The engines are at full stop, no noise, and just listening with the hydrophone. Very important right now that I do not have the crew doing anything. They're relaxing, as you can see. They're in their bunks. They're waiting, using the equipment to wait for
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
the targets, the prey, or whatever you want to call them. It's all about having your crew at a level where they're ready to attack or ready to work at any time. So you've got to recharge their batteries just like any other. We're not getting many contacts at the moment. We will have to surface with the snorkel. I will be getting that straight away. I don't have to.
We've risen to the surface.
I can just sit perpetually underwater, and not a problem. They're getting plenty of oxygen. That's the only reason I surface. I would stay underwater for the whole thing. The only time I might travel to the surface, because remember the surface is a very dangerous place with planes and other things.
Regular lights.
So the only time I'd actually come to the surface as a sub with a snorkel would be for gaining a lot of speed, because you travel faster on surface, and for recharging your batteries. But apart from that, I would stay perpetually. You can recharge with the snorkel too, but perpetually underwater the whole time. I'm at home down there. That's where I like to sort of do the whole thing. It's only for that burst of speed that you might have to surface to chase, but then I'll be straight back down underwater. Up here, it's how do I say? I feel naked above the water here. I feel vulnerable, I should say. But below the water, I know that I've got a fighting chance, you know, and I've got a very good chance of avoiding anything that's coming my way, you know.
Torpedo in tube 5 maintained. Torpedo in tube 3 maintained.
Periscope depth.
Captain, we're periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors. Blow the tanks.
5 meters.
Switch to diesel engines. Periscope depth. Dive to 50 meters. Man the listening room. Switch to electric motors. Dive to 10 meters.
Ten meters.
Torpedo in tube 3 maintained.
We make contact. As you can see, they're quite close, and I did not hear them. I think it's because my hydrophone, I've actually got the update. I might have mentioned earlier. 15 days, so that's coming. As soon as I've got the proper one for that,
Full ahead.
you will notice that there's nothing that I cannot hear underneath the water here, and that's when I'm at my most deadliest, you know. And it comes down to really having it set up. They're traveling, bearing
10 meters.
Are they moving away? Hard to say, but we've got to surface to get some oxygen.
Switch to diesel engines.
Torpedo in tube 5 maintained. Captain, we've risen to the surface.
We're going to go this way because we're surfaced and we're traveling at a really good speed. So now we're going to resubmerge.
Switch to electric motors.
Captain,
Ah,
we're
they're
periscope
very
depth,
close
ready
now.
for surface observations.
Flank ahead.
Ten. Alarm.
Take your position.
Take your
This is
positions.
what we've trained for. We'll get through this together.
Man the observation periscope. I need some help here. Affirmative. Consider it done, sir. Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
In fact, I want him on that,
Consider it
him
done, sir.
on
Man
the
the
motor,
electric engines.
on the engines. Oh, he's jumped on that, that's fine. Hoffman's not really specialist in that department.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir.
He does a good job, but these two here are set as the main mechanics, and they service the engine. But they've got the skills. I've got Hoffman here. He's like the fly. He does a few tasks that these guys can't do, but so useful. I actually had the three. I don't know. There's a bit of a glitch before where I saved to a radio man technician guy from the Enigma mission, and so I had 8 officers instead of the 7, which is the preset amount of officers you can have on your boat. I had 8, and they were all functioning. I could have kept them working on it. I could have kept them on, but I took them off. I didn't want to glitch the game out too much, and I had actually 21 crew, sailor like crew, which were like the working guys on here. But I took them off. I didn't want to glitch it out too much, just in case it was coming into here or something. But it was quite, it was quite neat having 8 officers and 21 crew members.
Torpedo in tube 5 maintained.
I haven't actually saved anyone from the Enigma mission before. I don't know if it's a new thing or it's just the odd sort of random sort of occurrence. But it seemed to glitch out at the end of it, so I'm not too sure. But you know, who am I to say? So
Set a course to these coordinates.
we're at 10. Yeah, it's getting close. And let's switch to red night lights. I'm thinking this is just a lone freighter. This is what I meant earlier. I don't want my videos to be so long that they're like 2.5 hours long. I know they're just super boring for the viewer, but I try and keep my gameplay running quite quickly and compress time as much as possible. But it still ends up to take that long. I don't know what actually, you know, where the time goes, you know. Right, we've got contact. Ah, there he is. And
Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course. Calculate torpedo course.
I could actually surface the boat right now. None of these guys have actually have escorts, and as you can see, they've got no cannons, no way of defending themselves. They are prime targets for me. So at the start of the war, it's a bit awkward. You don't have your upgrades, you don't have your bits and bobs on your subs, but on the other hand, you do have these ships that are your targets that are not protecting themselves at all. But I'm not going to resurface for this one because I've got the prime shot on this guy already. So right, let's check these torpedoes. So I want.
Aye, aye. I'll take care of it.
Oh no, they're looking pretty good to me. This guy's in trouble.
Change course.
Torpedo and tube 2
There's
maintain.
no escorts, and they're actually lone freighters going at the moment. It is good to see, because it gives you a good chance to actually get your eye in there and start to really maneuver and work out what you're doing.
Plug tube 2.
Tube 2 flooded.
Flank ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Slow
just going to
ahead.
creep forward now because, in fact,
All
full
engines
stop.
stop.
This is at nearly 5 GRT, so I'm going to hit it about 3.5. But I have been having a few torpedo depth things going on, I must admit, where I'm having to send in, especially with the new 11K weight GRT tankers and ships that they're bringing out. Let's let that bird fly. I think the 4.5 is the sweet spot for those guys. I really do, because the ones that I have been sending at 4.5 have been actually whacking into them. But the 5 meter deep, they seem to be duds. More duds than actually,
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
I mean, as you can see, look at this is 4.5 meters. We've got fire on deck. This one should be going down, and I'm pretty sure it will be. Let's surface the boat.
Blow the tanks. Slow ahead.
Oh, see, when they see you like that, I have been noticing the warships coming out pretty, so you do not want to muck around. Once you sink it, get away from it. This is the only real defense you have. You do not want to be mucking around with warships right now. I'm after trade ships. You know, I hear comments from time to time. I've actually turned the comments off on my site because I wasn't really receiving many constructive type of gameplay stuff from it's more historian type of comments, but you know, at the end of the day, it's really, you know, down to what you want to sort of. It's really just what it is. What it is, you know. I'm not, you know, really into anything other than the gameplay, talking the game. So, yeah. Long story short, you know, I had to turn my comments off recently, and so I will be having certain videos where the comments are switched on. And if you've got any questions, you know, just ask me, you know. And, if you watch my channel or you watch my movie or my videos or whatever, you know, I will read that stuff. But yeah, just for now, the comments are switched off.
Successful patrol under our belt. Let's keep it up.
Sunk. It's only like
Crew
4.
evacuates the ship.
Torpedo in tube 2 maintained.
It's only like close to 5. That's the whole mission. It's not a problem.
All engines stop.
Hooray!
The ship is sinking.
Okay, let's turn the alarm off.
Alarm canceled.
Let's turn the
Regular
normal lights on.
Report sent.
You can actually dive down to the wrecks, but there's no real point. There's nothing down there that I've found, but I always take the officers now. That's really what it's all about for me, because here's some bacon. I'm not going to give you a frying pan or oil or anything like that, just because we are at war. Medical. Did I make sure? Oh, let's do it the bacon. Right, you got raw bacon there, and you know. But anyway, now let's head on down this way.
Full ahead.
Torpedo in tube 5 maintained.
Mission complete. That's practically, I think it's only one ship that I've just sunk. They should really increase that.
Change course.
Right, that's all stuff.
All engines stop. Periscope death.
Periscope there.
Switch to electric motors.
Captain.
Oh,
we're
another one
periscope
over
depth.
here.
Ready
This
for
is
surface
just...
observations.
Whoa, look at the size of that. That's humongous. Let's set a course for those guys. Wow.
Set a course to these coordinates.
That is a huge convoy. Now, that's got to be something big going on with that. What was the bearing on that? 3.6. So let's get that going down. That's 3.6. Hang on. Oops. Yeah, they must be closing in, so I don't have to go down that way. Let's, hang on, what we'll do, see that's, yep, that's set as a course. It's directly on that line. So we can all stop and stay here. We're going to surface the boat.
Current depth 5 meters.
Although, do we need to? In fact, let's just stay at periscope depth. Beautiful clear day. we're gonna, in
Switch
fact,
to diesel engine.
we're gonna surface the boat, and we're just gonna wait for a little while until they're within range, and then we're gonna submerge.
Join the watch crew.
I need some help here.
You need some help there. What we're looking for is funnel smoke, but we don't want to submerge too early, because what that'll do is drain the air out of our everything's set now for waiting for the incoming convoy. But this convoy is so big that I'd be very foolish to submerge right now, because by the time they get here I will have to probably stay fully submerged for a very long time with that size convoy, because there's no way like 21 to 48 ships is what that is, something like that. Let's have a quick nosy at that. Oh, you can't see it right now. There's no way with a convoy that size they're not going to have several destroyers, and the whole trick we're going to be pulling on this one, hopefully, is laying a decoy, tying up their destroyers, and then following their convoy on their path, and then having them, it's like separating, how do I say, it's like separating the convoy from, you know, from the like defensive side of the wolves, you know. It's like the herd, you know. It's just they're the herd, and you've got to separate them from, you know, the pack, you know. And that's basically what I'm going for on this one. So let's see how we go.
Periscope depth.
Captain, we're at periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors. Blow the tanks.
Current depth, 5 meters.
Switch to diesel engine. Periscope depth.
Captain, we're at periscope depth, ready for surface observations.
Switch to electric motors. Set a course to these coordinates. Full ahead.
Here we go. I'm gonna have to save it for this particular part. It's so easy when you first come to the convoy to make that mistake, to get detected, and then you're surrounded by destroyers in no time. You're having to submerge, although the water's shallow.
Give me a current eco sounder reading.
So we will have that to our advantage, even though we're right out at sea right now.
Depth on their keel is 9.8 meters.
So well within the threshold of what this sub can handle with depth. Look how many units there are, and they're bearing on 2 now. So Make a new bearing on that. See, they should be theoretically coming up that way. They're coming up towards us. Oh, there's just too many. I haven't got enough torpedoes for these guys. And you know, when I come up to a situation like this, the main thing is that you go for the biggest one. You want a tonnage. You know, these little freighters, they're alright, but you want that tonnage. That's what this game's about. One torpedo, 11k. I'm aiming for all those 11k's. That's all I'm after. You know, that's all I'm interested in. Look how many ships there are.
Set a course to these coordinates.
We're on 10. Red alert.
Alarm, take your position.
Silent running.
Run to your stations. The hunt is on.
Silent
Let's
light.
go red.
Night lights.
Let's get these guys ready. I wish I could actually set this up
Some help
to
here.
do this manually, where I just set this up to the guys jump on these, because I have to set this every time. Even if there is a way of doing it that I haven't actually worked out, I'd love to know.
I could use some help over here.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Consider it done, sir. Torpedo in tube 2 maintained. Torpedo in tube 5 maintained.
Here we go. Oh, I can't wait to see what all these ships. Where are? Look at them. See them in the distance? All the funnel smokes. This is going to be a big one. This is probably the largest convoy I've seen for this particular game that I've actually done so far. And you know, I might even save it and call this a video for the time being, and actually make a separate one of dissecting these guys, you know, because if I do this properly, I will have, it'll basically be a total one sub taking on 40 ship convoy, you know. Legendary, absolutely legendary. Glorious, a glorious battle.
Convoy in sight. Bearing 20 degrees.
Yeah, look, there's even one. They're all over the place. This place is absolutely, love it. Look at them all. That is so juicy. In fact, I'm going to leave. I'm going to put this as an intro. I'm going to make this like a video. If that doesn't whet your appetite in watching me taking on a big convoy, if that doesn't motivate you to watch my next video, 48 ships, one sub taking on the whole lot. I mean, I dare say there's nothing I do that will actually tempt you to watch the next one of this series, so I'm gonna save it very shortly, and I'm gonna leave this for the next episode, because this will be the fight of all fights, the battle of all battles. This is the full-on convoy here. Look at that. There's 48 ships here, and they're fully protected. I'll be able to play a different game with it on certain aspects, because they won't have their artillery on their decks, so I will be able to surface at some stage there. That will be my advantage, that I will have speed on my side surfacing, but it's the escort that I've got to worry about, and with that size convoy, then it's definitely worth a watch for next time. So I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you and good night.